What if you said, like, take your pants off? Or what if you said, like, you know, lick my friend? Or, you know, something weird.
It's something that isn't inappropriate and won't, like, make you do anything really drastic or anything. So.
That's a tough one, isn't it? Yeah, I hate y'all so much. You know me, and you know how much I love you, and that I, like, try to do anything for you. You did? You remember those? That was so fun. Hey, before I forget, this shirt that I'm wearing was made by, are you guys here? Where are you? Yay, they made this shirt and they gave it to me yesterday at my Q&A, at my autograph session. Isn't this awesome? Isn't it cool? I don't usually wear shirts with my name on them, but they made it and I was like, that's really beautiful, so thank you guys. I know, right? Okay, what is it? Tell me. I have to promise her. Okay, let's take a vote. Should I do this? Yes! You are the wrong people to ask about this. Who else can I ask? I'm going to Genki. I'm going to ask the Genki people what they think. Come here. Perhaps I need a high chew for strength. What is your name?
Justine.
Justine? Get over here. Come here. Justine, you wouldn't hurt me, right? You like me, right? We're friends, right? You know, that trust thing goes both ways. You ever think about that? Like, she wants me to do something under this trust umbrella. Well, the umbrella, you see, we're both under the umbrella. And, like, my trust in you is that you're not going to ask me to do something that's going to be, like, weird. Right? All right, hit me, Justine. I mean, tell me. Yes.
Say the line.
Oh, except for that. What is it with that line from hell? Has anyone ever here done something that you just can't frickin' get away from? Anybody? Like, 10 years go by, and people will not let you forget something. Probably somebody in your family, right? That won't let you forget something you did. Oh, really? You are my family. Well, how wonderful. Can I borrow your debit card? I have a trust. I want to count on your trust. What's your PIN number? No, just kidding. Why, Justine, do you hurt me like this? Come here. Come closer. Come closer. Colonel Mustang is dead sexy. Oh, Justine. You know what? Can I tell you the truth? I didn't even see that coming. It has been so long since that line has been out there that I didn't even think that was what you were. You were very clever. You pulled me way out, yes, out of the past. Who's the most interesting person I've ever met? Wow. Who's the most interesting person I've ever met? Wow. You know what? I've met a lot of really interesting people, but
Can I give you a hug?
I'm having a hard time distinguishing between interesting and like people that are heroes of mine. You know what I mean? So I would probably say William Shatner. I would probably say, and what's more, and I don't know if you guys were here yesterday when I mentioned this. When did I mention that? Oh, in the Star Trek panel yesterday. I mentioned it, but I've had the privilege not just to meet him, because 3 million people have met him, but I've actually gotten the chance to become friends with him and interact with him and go to dinner and sit and chat. Oh, look at them trying to follow me. You gonna try to follow me with that? I love you. You're awesome. Well, they're trying to follow you. There's Vic. Wait, that's not him. I would probably say Bill Shatner. I love that guy for a lot of... And you know what's funny, you guys? You know how they've always... Have you ever heard the old saying, don't meet your heroes? Have you ever heard that? Don't meet your heroes, because they can't possibly... because they can't possibly meet up to your expectations. Everybody has an image in their mind of what this guy or this girl is like, what this singer, what this artist, whoever, what they're like, what this TV or movie star is like. And people can never meet up to that usually. So I was very, very happy when I met Bill and to find out that, you know, to make a great connection with him. And he was so kind to me. I even told him one day, finally, after spending probably 7 or 8 different occasions with him, and I developed kind of a, you know, a little bit of a friendship, I finally decided that I just had to tell him that his character was a father figure to me when I was a little boy. So we were sitting in a restaurant, and I was sitting literally beside him like this, and I said, Bill, I need to tell you something. And I reached over and I put my hand on his shoulder and I said, you know, I've never really bothered you with Star Trek because I want to respect you and want us to be friends, but I need you to know that when I was 11 or 12 years old, my dad left, and your character was a very, very, very important role model to me. He could have done a lot, he could have responded a lot of ways to that, right? He could be like, security, you know what I mean, right? Or, thanks, yeah, right, whatever, pass the potatoes, you know what I mean? You know what he did? We were looking right into each other's eyes, and I said, and I told him this, you were like a father figure to me. And he looked, and he leaned into me a little bit closer, and he put his hand on my arm, and he said, that's extraordinary. And I was like, the 12-year-old inside of me was very happy. Yes. Hi. Well, it's the first time I've met you. What's your name? Allie, you look lovely today. What's your question? Yeah, I just, something came on yesterday afternoon, and I just needed a little bit of, you know, I went to bed early and tried to, because I wanted to be good for today. So I'm fine. Thank you for asking. I love you, Allie. Oh my gosh. Yes. Do I want strawberry high chew? Is Genki open? Yes. So yes, I want it. Oh my gosh, dude. You want to trade? Have you ever had an apple? Yes. Have you had the green apple? Let's trade. Come here. Let's make a good trade. What's your name, man? Eric? Hold on. Eric, that's for you, buddy. Thank you, man. Thank you. You're awesome. All right, question. Yes, my dear. What? Now stop, you guys, with the gifts. Unless it's tunable. Come here. What is it? Oh my gosh, I've been dreaming of you. You guys. Macadamia nuts. Oh my gosh, you know, you have no idea how much I love these. I take several boxes home with me when I've come here in the past. Thank you, sweetheart. You know, I want you guys to know something. You don't need to give me gifts. You guys, I get emails from fans that'll say, I'm going to meet you at such and such an event in 3 weeks or in a month and a half, and I'm sorry, I don't have anything to give you. And I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Where did you ever get the idea you needed to give me anything? You've given me more in terms of support and kindness than I could have ever hoped for, you guys. Just your presence here and your enthusiasm for work that I've done over the years, that's gift enough, okay? So don't ever feel like you need to give us anything because you give us so much already. Yes. Yeah. Dude, I was so excited when they asked me to play Broly, the Dragon Ball Z, because that was many years ago, right? I mean, I had only been voice acting for probably 3 years or 4, maybe 3 years by then, 4 years, and I'd never watched Dragon Ball Z. I didn't really know anything about Dragon Ball Z, and so when Funimation asked me if I would come and play a role, I was pretty jazzed, because even though I'd never seen DBZ, it's DBZ, right? I mean, like, it's like being Pokemon, you know what I mean? It's like whether or not you even watch it, you want to be a part of it because it's iconic and it did so much to bring anime into the mainstream. Shows like Speed Racer when I was young, and Dragon Ball Z, and Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh! And stuff. Even though they're kind of like geared more for the mainstream, they did a lot to bring anime, to bring attention to anime. And that's why it's so big now, because of those kind of shows. So when they asked me to come and play Broly, I was like, sweet, it's the greatest day ever. I get to play Broly. Who's Broly? I don't know. I don't care, but I get to be a part of Dragon Ball Z. So I went up to Funimation, and we started recording movie 8. And within about an hour, I wanted to kill myself. I was like, oh my God, how do these guys do this? I was like, how do they do 300 episodes of fighting? You know, you ever hear the joke, how many DBZ characters does it take to screw in a light bulb? It only takes 2, but it takes 35 episodes. And so I developed all new respect for the guys that do those kind of characters, because they're really hard on the voice. And Chris Sabat likes to tease that he used to sound like me. Chris is like, I used to have a high voice like you, Vic. Not anymore. This DBZ did this to me. Yes. Pasta! Is Genki open? Sweetheart, I cannot tell you how much I love playing Tommy. You may have heard this story, and I'm going to try to keep it short because I want to get to as many questions as possible. And I've told this story many times, but let me tell you, sweetheart. Before Oron was even licensed, somebody told me about this show. Caitlin Glass called me one day, and she's like, OMG, Vic, I just found this show. It's the funniest, sweetest, coolest show. I love it to death, and there's a character, it's you. It's like so you. And I was very curious, right? I'm like, what is this character? You know, what is this character that Caitlin thinks is like me? So she gave me a DVD with about 5 or 6 episodes on it. And I mean, I fell in love with Oron and Tamaki in particular. And so when Funimation licensed the show, I was really excited because that meant that I might get a chance to audition for it. And so I did, and I was so nervous because by that time, I'd already developed this great love for Tamaki. And usually that's kind of a jinx, you know what I mean? You kind of jinx yourself. If you get too excited about something and then it doesn't happen, you're just so disappointed. I audition for things all the time and I don't get cast and I don't really think about them. But then every once in a while something comes along and you're like, oh my gosh, I would love to be a part of that. So when I auditioned for Oron, that was the way I felt about Tamaki. And when I got cast and got to play the role, that's one of my favorite shows ever. I told somebody just last week, if I had enough money, if I was rich, you know what I'd do with my money? I would make another season of Oron High School. I totally would. And the manga, everybody knows the manga keeps going. I would love to make another season of that. I would pay the studios, I'd pay the animators, I would make another one all by myself. Yes?
Can you do the Tamaki coffee line?
Oh, I don't know, can you do it? Yes, you can. Come here, stand up. You're gonna do it. Oh, she's gonna videotape our love. What's your name?
My name is Joyle.
Oh, that's right, Joyle, yes. Okay, Joyle and I are going to perform a line from Full Metal, from Oron High School Host Club. You know your lines? Okay, hold on, I gotta cue her. Ready?
I don't know if I should drink.
Wait a minute, turn this up. Can you turn this mic up a little bit? Can you juice this up a little bit? Yeah, give me some juice, baby. Oh yeah, you know what I like. Ready, Joyle?
I don't know if I should drink this coffee. My father might get angry at me.
But what if I let you drink it?